Good evening, manufacturers and businesses of Canada, and thank you for this incredible honor. We've been talking about freedom a lot in the last couple of years, but not enough about the fact that economic and property rights are at the core of freedom. For without free enterprise, there is no prosperity and there is no freedom. Reward. Reward lies at the core and at the end of all economic activity. If there is no reward, there's no activity and there's no prosperity. Like Margaret Thatcher once said, there's no such thing as public money. There's only taxpayers' money. Your firms and the people that you employ are the ones paying all the bills. And that's why government has a duty to reward you, not penalize you, encourage you to produce, and always uh, encourage you to work and employ folks instead of going elsewhere. Some of you know that I was born in a communist regime. That's why I've always been and always will be a such supporter and defender of freedom. I know how precious and how fragile our democracy is. In socialist regimes, the state is concerned with redistribution, not production. That results in the distribution of misery most often instead of production. Our ideological opponents, they seek to redistribute. Instead, government should encourage you to produce. Instead of redistributing the pie, let's bake more pie. Production reduces prices, creates employment, and expands the tax base. Business is responsible for everything around us and for our standard of living, not government, not centralists, and not bureaucrats. Free market capitalism and meritocracy, not social justice, provide everyone with opportunity to make something out of themselves. And that's why free enterprise must lead the way out of the mess that we're currently in. We're all tired of the last few years, but we're not out of the woods yet because the preconditions that gave rise to the deadly lockdowns and the draconian mandates are still with us and are threatening our freedoms more than ever. Business must lead the way and fight against cancel culture and left wing radicalism, which seeks to impose collectivism, the evil which gave rise to the catastrophe that was our COVID response. Collectivism brings about groupthink, or even worse, oppression. We must seek accountability and that history reflects fairly on what transpired. For if the narrative of our opponents prevails and history does not repudiate the recent erosion in our freedoms, then we will never fully get our democracy back, and that is unacceptable. We must fight for our choice, for self determination and prosperity. That makes our country great. Thank you for this incredible honor and for inviting me to share the stage with Premier Danielle Smith and Jamil Jivani. Thank you so much.